On February 2nd, 2009, a woman walking her dog in Albuquerque, New Mexico, noticed something strange in the desert soil. Her dog was digging and unearthed what looked like a human bone. When police arrived, they expected a single discovery. But as investigators swept the area, they unearthed something far darker, a secret burial ground, a vast expanse of desert hiding the remains of 11 women, all murdered and buried by a serial killer the FBI now calls the West Mesa Bone Collector. To this day, no one knows who he is, and he's never been caught. The victims were young women, most between 15 and 32 years old. All disappeared between 2001 and 2005. Many struggled with addiction, poverty, or sex work, making them vulnerable and tragically easy for society to overlook. Families reported them missing. Some begged police to investigate harder, but with few leads and even fewer resources, most cases went cold. The killer knew that, and he counted on it. The desert became his dumping ground, a place where bodies could disappear under wind, sand, and time. Police launched a massive dig across 92 acres of the West Mesa. Day by day, more remains were uncovered. By the end, detectives stood over the largest crime scene in Albuquerque history. But evidence was scarce. The desert had erased footprints, DNA, and tracks. Years of erosion destroyed almost every lead. Investigators built a timeline 2001 to 2005. Women vanished from Albuquerque's East Central Avenue, a known trafficking corridor. 2003 to 2006. Satellite images suggest disturbed soil on the West Mesa burial site. 2006. Activity stops. No more disturbances, no more missing women matching the pattern. It was as if the killer suddenly disappeared, or died, or moved, or was arrested for something else. But who was he? Police quickly singled out one man, Lorenzo Montoya, who lived just 3 miles from the burial site. Montoya had a long history of violence towards sex workers. In 2006, 1 year after the disappearances stopped, he strangled a woman in his home. Her friend's boyfriend shot Montoya in self-defense. After Montoya's death, the killing stopped. Coincidence? Some detectives don't think so. Other investigators believe the truth runs deeper. Several victims knew each other. Many frequented the same motels and street corners. Some were last seen with the same groups of individuals involved in trafficking. This raised the possibility that the killer wasn't acting alone, but tied to a network that funneled vulnerable women into dangerous hands. Was the bone collector one man, or a system that preyed on the forgotten? A third theory points to a serial killer traveling through New Mexico. Long-haul truck drivers, transient offenders, and drifters often pass through Albuquerque's routes. Someone who didn't live there, but knew the desert well enough to hide the bodies. Today, the West Mesa burial site remains a scar on Albuquerque's history. 11 women murdered, 11 families still waiting for justice, and a serial killer who managed to vanish into the shadows. The case is still open. New leads surface every year, but the truth remains buried somewhere in the desert. This is the story of the West Mesa Bone Collector, a serial killer who walked the same streets as thousands of people and disappeared before anyone knew his name. If you want more real true crime stories, subscribe to DarkCrimes, Real Crime. Comment which case we should investigate next.